Hello, lovelies. Apologies, we're in portrait mode. I can't get the phone to stand up the other way today. How are we? Lesley, not quite enough quiet at home. This is the view from my office window at the moment. We are having some work done. Hey, you live in a 100-year-old house, you're going to get maintenance work. So we're having some repointing and wall ties and some pebble dashing and a bit of roof replacement and, you know, that sort of stuff. So it's a little bit noisy. So I'm recording in the car. I hope that's okay. I hope everyone's doing all right. That's strange, people running around the cemetery. Okay, I think that's okay. Yes, sorry, distracted. I was asked last week what I was crocheting in the car. This is my crochet boxy, which is my current car project, but that may change, who knows. Sorry, the reflection makes it look like my eyes are closed. Perhaps I should take my glasses off. I won't be able to see, but, you know, we're in a fairly static position, we should be all right. Yeah, so yesterday I was in a crematorium far, far away. I was taking the funeral of a family friend yesterday, so that was more difficult than they normally are. Had a bit of a wobble, just one little wobble, and it was okay. And my sisters were both there, and they were kind of poised to come and take over should I require it. But knowing what my sisters are like, I'm not sure either of them would be any better at that point than I would. So just as well I kept carrying on. When I do have an emotional moment, I know that if I keep talking, I can kind of talk myself out of it. So that's what we did. So that was fine. And, you know, no one minds except me when it happens. But thankfully it doesn't happen too often because I do mind. At the weekend, I was visiting our poorly patient. They're doing really well. I couldn't get onto the ward. There was a fear of some infection on the ward, but patients were allowed out, which seemed a bit odd, but that was fine. So I wheeled them down to the hospital cafe, cup of coffee, piece of cake, bit of a stroll around, bit of a sit in the sunshine for a little while, and then took them back to the ward. So I didn't have as long a visit as I normally would, but I got to see them, and yeah, we had a chat, and they had a change of surroundings because I was able to take them to the cafe, so that was all good. It was all good. What else have we got this week? Apart from people drilling holes in the walls. Yeah, that's kind of it. Easter this weekend. Happy Easter to those who celebrate. As you know, I'm not a religious person, but I do like chocolate eggs. So I'm happy to embrace that side of the festivities. Yes, going to see the patient again on Good Friday, and probably Monday as well. So that will all be good. Take them a hot cross bun, because I know they like them. It won't be hot, I'll have just split it and buttered it. I won't have toasted it, but there you go. It's okay. I'm sure they'll still enjoy it. And it'll be better than when I took them a shoe bun, because that got a bit messy. Fun, but messy. Saturday and Sunday himself is away. He's off to watch a football match, so he's away those 2 days. And I'm going to lay on the sofa with the dog, do a bit of knitting, eat chocolate, watch telly. What's not to like? And I might go crazy and mow the lawn or something like that, but only if I really feel the need. So, yes, it's a fairly busy week this week. Ceremony this morning, another one tomorrow. Next week it's quieter, and then I've got a couple of weeks annual leave, so very much looking forward to that. As I've worked one day every weekend for the first 2.5 months of the year, I'm taking a bit of that time back and looking forward to it, so that will be good. Lots of crafting to be done, I hope, and a bit of sorting out in the house and pottering. We know I like pottering. You know, it's nice to go on holiday and You know, maybe I'll go and sit on a beach somewhere this year, but if I don't, I'll potter and I'll be quite content. I do feel I'm wittering now, so I shall stop wittering and hopefully catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers. Hello, lovelies. I've had my hair cut and I'm trying to grow it into a different style. I'm a little bit worried that I look a bit like a beetle at the moment, but it'll be better when it's grown out. When I say a beetle, I mean John, Paul, George and Ringo. I don't mean a beetle, if that's what beetles do. Anyway, yes, I'm wearing my Ocean Shore. I mention it because I usually get asked. So this is the Ocean Shore by Drops, which I made out of some grey boot clay which I had on a big cone and some Noro to put the coloured stripes in. My working week is nearly done. I love a 4-day weekend. Tomorrow I'm hospital visiting, so I'm going to finish this here, post it up to be available at the usual time. And I hope everyone is well. If you have a 4-day weekend where you are, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that the weather treats you kindly and that life treats you well. Yeah, I can't think really what else to say. Craft-wise, the harvest I've done a little bit on. I've now finished the collar. This is the Harvest by Tin Can Knits. Oh, I've finished the collar, which I've shaped to give a slightly short collar effect. And I've just started on the bit where you knit down and do the raglan increases. At knit night last night, I was working on my Eureka by Nicola Suzanne. There's some shaping you do for the fronts, so I've done that bit. And I'm just really knitting this down until I sort of run out of yarn, and then I'll do the edging. That's the plan on that one. Still got cast-on-itis. There are lots of things I want to start. And I don't know if it's because I've got two projects. I've got the Harvest, which is at that sort of early stage. The Floof, the red one that I'm doing, is also at a sort of fairly early stage. I'm a little way off from splitting for the sleeves. So I think these are the bits that I like the most of top-down sweaters, when you've got the bits where you've got the really long rows around here before you then split. But if I were to cast on something new, it would probably be a top-down garment, and I'd probably be putting myself in the same situation with a third project. So I am resisting or trying to think of things that aren't that structure so that I don't have that same block. But we shall see. There are always ideas. Too many ideas. So I think that's it for this week. Thank you as always for being here and for your comments and your thoughts. I do love to hear from you. And happy whatever it is you're doing. Thanks ever so much. Bye bye.